Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. It's your boy Nick Boy. And I'm thinking maybe I should bring back Shoutout Saturday. So in 2016 I made a video on where Shoutout Saturday has been. So I watched it, and in the video there was two reasons why I canceled Shoutout Saturday. The main reason why I canceled Shoutout Saturday was because the winners didn't get any subscribers or promotion from me at all, so basically the shoutouts were useless. And the second reason was that not much people entered, which if I started Shoutout Saturday again, I don't think not enough people entering the Shoutout contest would be a big problem. And my 2019 self and my 2016 self do not agree on that, because thinking about it now in 2019, I got an average of 100 views per Shoutout Saturday video I made. And also I average at least 4 or 5 people entering in one episode, which is what I expect when I bring Shoutout Saturday back again. So I talked about why I canceled Shoutout Saturday, and there is a reason why I might bring it back. And that reason is because since not that much people do Shoutout Sundays, Saturdays, etc., back when Mr. Legit Kill did YouTube, a lot of people had Shoutout series on their channel. And there are people that also still do Shoutouts, so it won't just be me. So now that I'm probably going to bring Shoutout Saturday back again, I'll just see the amount of comments that are YouTubers that want me to begin a rebirth series of Shoutout Saturday. So when I bring back Shoutout Saturday, it's going to be different than it was in 2016. So first of all, the title will be different. So when you see my first Shoutout Saturday after I make this video, it will be called Shoutout Saturday Rebirth Part 1. I won't continue the numbers from my Shoutout Saturday series in 2016. And I don't know where my brain was at in 2016, but I made these requirements where, for example, if you subscribe to me, then it'll higher your chance of winning, and whoever got the most requirements was usually the winner. But like, I kept upgrading the requirements to where you had to have 150 videos, like, jeez. But the chances of winning a shoutout are going to be different. So in my rebirth of Shoutout Saturday, I am going to have mandatory requirements and optional entries. And entries will be like my requirements back in 2016. So optional entries higher your chances of winning, and here is how it's going to work. So let's say there is 5 max entries. If you only get 3 entries, then someone with 4 or 5 entries is going to win over you, guaranteed. So it will be silly to not maximize your chances of winning. And unfortunately, there may only be 1 winner per week, so if there are 4 people that have the max out entries, then I will let a wheel spin, and whoever name it lands on is the winner, and they get a shout out. And what about a mandatory requirement, you may ask? Well, mandatory requirements is something you have to do. Even if you have all the entries, if you haven't completed all the mandatory requirements, then your channel name isn't even going to get on the wheel. So it will be silly to not maximize your chances of winning. And unfortunately, there may only be 1 winner per week, so if there are 4 people that have the max out entries, then I will let a wheel spin, and whoever name it lands on is the winner, and they get a shout out. And what about a mandatory requirement, you may ask? Well, mandatory requirements is something you have to do. Even if you have all the entries, if you haven't completed all the mandatory requirements, then your channel name isn't even going to get on the wheel. Alright, so now that I told you how my Rebirth of Shoutout Saturday series is going to work, now I'm just going to prepare for the first episode. So if this video gets a lot of YouTubers leaving a comment for me to bring Shoutout Saturday back, I'm going to tell you guys the mandatory requirements and optional entries. So for every Shoutout Saturday, a mandatory requirement will be that you hashtag a question that I ask. And by question, it will be like restaurant preferences. For example, do you prefer restaurant A or restaurant B? But I won't do that for the first episode. But I'll explain it in my first episode as well, so you don't have to stress about it. Alright, so the mandatory requirements to enter will be that you have to be subscribed to my channel, you have to be active on my channel, and you have to have at least 7 videos so I know you're a real YouTuber, and have the hang of making videos. And since I haven't made my first episode of Shoutout Saturday yet, there will only be 2 optional entries. And the first one is to suggest a question that I'll ask in my shoutout videos. And if you're still confused on what that is, then just let me know in the comment section and I'll reply to your comment explaining what it is. And I will also have one strict policy for my Shoutout Saturday rebirth. And that policy is to only upload Shoutout Saturday videos on Saturdays. I remember watching Shoutout Sundays back in the day, and the YouTuber would usually upload their Shoutout Sundays on Saturday and Monday and whatever day. It's called Shoutout Sunday for a reason. You don't upload Shoutout Sundays on a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, or any other day of the week than Sunday. It just doesn't make sense. So if I already got a Shoutout Saturday video fully edited and it is ready to upload, but if it's not Saturday, then I'm going to upload the video and I'm going to wait until Saturday to upload the Shoutout Saturday video. Also, I'm probably not going to upload a Shoutout Saturday video every week. We'll just see how consistent this series can stay, and hopefully it doesn't die off. Anyways, I think I am done talking about Shoutout Saturday, because that is all I could talk about it, and if you're going to enter, then be sure you comment down below you're doing so, and have all the mandatory requirements, because even if you have one, then your channel name is not going to get on the wheel. And do the optional entries to higher chances of winning. So I got all the Shoutout Saturday stuff out of the way, and you may be wondering why I'm recording myself in real life instead of a voiceover with gameplay. So the reason why this video is recording myself in real life is because my PC decided to fail on me, and basically it doesn't boot up, so I can turn it on, but it just doesn't boot. So I can't use my PC, and I think the reason why my PC doesn't boot up is because something ran out of battery, like the motherboard, so it'll be a long time until I get my PC back. And by a long time, I mean months and years. But for now, I'll just do commentaries, vlogs, and that sort of thing. And also, I am using iMovie to edit my videos, and I really despise it, because it's not as good as Windows Movie Maker. And also, when you put text up on the screen, you can't change the color, you can't move the text around, it's hard to see, and iMovie doesn't have the features of my beloved Windows Movie Maker. I just don't like iMovie. I don't like it. So that's why this video was so bad. It's because of iMovie. I don't blame myself for the bad video. I blame the editor. And the whole stability of this video has just been awful. Okay, because look, so my phone, you know, I was just, you know, putting it like, kind of like where these books are right here. You know, right here, I was putting my phone right here. So like, you know, you could see me, sitting in my chair, and also sometimes, and the whole like support of the books is like not so great, because like here's like the bed, and you know, I'm putting against it, and it's not like and it doesn't provide enough support, cause, you know, and sometimes the books like fall over. Yeah, I did that on purpose, but yeah, they just fall, and you know, and that's kind of dangerous for my phone, because you know, I could crack my phone. It's just, yeah, I mean, my phone hasn't like fallen to the floor yet, but I actually have dropped my phone. It was like, I was kind of just carrying it, and then I dropped it, and luckily it wasn't screened first on the floor. And also, yeah, I was actually like kind of changing. I'm not trying to make this a stupid vertical video. I don't want that. And also, here's my script. And yeah, it's my iPad with, that's the script, and yeah, you have this convenient case that, you know, makes it stand that way, so yeah, pretty convenient. Also, just if you're wondering, my PC failed on February 2nd, and I wouldn't say it completely died, so that's why I'm not that sad over it, but so far 2019 has been a good and a bad year. My first video of 2019 was the 700 Pounds Man, which did really good. It was a great way to start off the year. And also, Fortnite is finally declining, but I'd say the most negative is YouTube and Turbo Motion Z's channel getting terminated. And every year is like that. You can't have a perfect year, and especially a perfect life. So I'm just gonna work hard and stay strong, because my hope of becoming a big YouTuber and making a career out of YouTube will never die. And if you have any friends you know that have a YouTube channel, then share this video with them so they could enter the Shoutout Saturday contest, and they have a good possibility of getting a shout out. So be sure you subscribe, because it helps out more than you think, and spread the word about my channel. I want to become exposed and grow my channel and make a comfortable living out of YouTube. But yeah, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, and peace out. And also, by the way, I was just kind of just, you know, bouncing on my chair, but, you know, I actually decided to, you know, take that part out, because, you know, I think, YouTube might actually, think that's inappropriate, so yeah, I'm just not gonna do that.